Hey, my name is Chris. I'm from Ichiban Imports here in South Florida.
Hey guys, I'm Steve from Ichiban Imports from Florida, Davie.
So I've always been a Nissan fan, big fanboy. My first GTR actually was a R32 GTR. It was a TH1 blue, super nice car. Saw the 33 and I wanted that car, so I got that car from. And after that car, that's where it all began. 3 to 4 33s after that one. Built them, people started asking me, hey, are you selling it? And I'm like, for the right price, I'll sell it. Now I have our 34 GTR. It's a work in progress, getting there. It all started as a hobby. My goal was to always own my own shop one day. It's still a work in progress. I started getting the requests from a lot of people like, hey, why don't you get into the industry? Why don't you start selling these cars, building them and selling them? I'm like, well, I probably won't get into building the cars, but I will get into selling clean, perfect example of GTRs. In Florida, there's rules on how many cars you can have. Like I said, all these cars that I buy was personally, and then I started, people was like, hey, can I buy it from you? So I'm like, yeah. And it became to a point where I had so much requests for cars now that I was like, all right, I need to look into starting a business. So I started exploring the option.
4 or 5 years ago when I met with Chris, we had, maybe we've been car clubs. I drove my first GTR, and that was my change. So I changed my life. So once you sit once in GTR, you're done.
Steve and I had been friends for a long time, probably like 4 or 5 years, and he's a big car guy like myself. He has a 32, 33, 34 Supra. We have like these morning crews and whatnot. And we were talking one day, I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna start the business. And he was like, well, I got a location, maybe we should do something. And yeah, we just started talking, and then we're like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah, so my other business is called Florida Car Wrap. Luckily in the same building. So Chris usually here in the office working with his job, and I'm working like a couple of doors down and doing my job because this is our side business.
We sit down one day, we were trying to come up with names, and we were looking at different names, and I like the name Ichiban. Ichiban means number one. We started it, and here we are right now at Ichiban Imports. It's a part-time gig. It's not a full-time gig. We work by appointments only. Specialize mostly in bringing in like Skylines, and we do a little bit of Supras as well here and there. But that's our main bread and butter.
We want to focusing on premium cars, clean cars, no rusted cars, low mileage cars, something special about the car.
Motto so far is bringing in clean cars. We don't bring rust buckets, none of those things. So we buy clean example of a clean GTR, so you have a clean platform to take it to whichever shop you want to take to build. And if you look at all of our advertisement that we have on the cars, they all have like something special to them. It is a boutique way that we're doing it as well. You're not going to get a crappy car from us. So. Of course, we're going to grow it. We're looking for a second location as we speak because we're starting to get cars in and we're kind of running out of space. So yeah, we're definitely going to grow the business. We also started the part side of thing. It's called Ichiban Imports .us. We're selling a lot of parts for the GTR, the cars that we sell. So I mean, we're selling HKS products, Greddy, PRP, name it, we're gonna have it on those sites as well. So it's not gonna be like just a shop that you can come and buy a car, but you can get the parts that you want for your car as well. We wanna start getting into the OEM parts as well, like the seals and the rubbers and all this stuff. But that's where we're heading. Building cars now. We're gonna leave that to all our friends in South Florida to do the building part of the cars. This is a Group A Tribute 32. If you know GTRs, you know this is where it started. This is one of the cars that put the car in the map. This car is in immaculate condition. It originally has 33,000 kilometers in there. So when we saw this car, we were like, hey, we're gonna get it. This is gonna be a shop car. It's not for sale. We might race it.
Might?
We will.
Remove might.
We will race it.
There is do and do not.
Yeah, we will race it.
I bought that R33, the very first, probably 98 in South Florida. Really deepened our relationship with Chris, and he helped me to build the car. Got it out, all the windows out, engine out, resprayed the whole car, so refurbished the whole car. It's a twin setup, brand new glasses, it's like a brand new car. We made it look like a 400R Tribute. It has the livery, it doesn't say 400R, so it doesn't make it look like a 400R, it says Nismo only. Bought my first and only R34. So that 34 is special, really special. So that's a Mainz car. Lots of Mainz pieces on it. It has an RB stroker, 28 stroker engine in it, that 378 turbo. That's a VCAM. So I have all the experience what I can get.
So my 34, it's a KV2 34. It's a color that I wanted because it's a limited amount of color. So the car came in 3 weeks before GTR Festival, and we turned it around in 2.5 weeks. I did the Nismo kit on there, basic bolt-on, HKS everything on the car, a little over 600 horsepower on it for now. OEM plus car, street car, set up for the streets. So that's my personal car, the 34 GTRs. It's a top secret kit on the car, you know, but it still has what makes it super special, the 2J motor in there. I love the color of the car, you know, it wasn't the traditional gold top secret car, it was the color, it has the full kit on there, low mileage, and you know, it's one of those cars, I was like, I gotta have it. So we have 3 34s for sale right now. We have a Bayside Blue, another 34 here. This one was done in Japan, has some small bolt-ons on it. It's a V-spec. And then we have a special one right now, it's actually getting detailed. It's a HKS one, everything HKS in the car. HKS VCAM, HKS turbos, everything's HKS on the car. The 32, which is very low mileage, 21,000 kilometers on there. What we have in stock right now. Like I said, we're looking for a second location so we can expand because we're running out of space. Shout out to everybody who supports us here at Ichiban Imports as well. All our day ones, all the people that work with us. Yeah, shout out to you guys. Man, I've been a fanboy of GTR Festival since YouTube days when you guys started in Australia, and it's on my bucket list. It's one event that I'm actually gonna attend. For the first one, it was amazing. It was a well-organized event. You guys delivered. I gotta give you guys kudos for that. It was well planned. You know, there was some legendary cars there, legendary people there. You know, the racing was fun. The car show was fun. The networking was amazing. You know, it was a festival, but it was like a family festival. I feel like everybody kind of knew each other. There was people that we never met. Like I've been friends with people in California, people in Texas that I never met in the past. We just knew each other through Instagram or the net. And you know, it was good to put a face in front of these and to actually meet all the real fanboys GTRs at GTR Festival. And I think it's just gonna grow as the year comes by. GTR is now getting big in the US because it's now legal to kind of be here. So yeah, I'm excited to see what's to come in the years.